are requesting to address by Dr. Prabhat Kumar, Mission Director, National Bamboo Mission. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much. And indeed, it was a very nice presentation. Am I audible?
Yes.
So really, it was a very comprehensive presentation, and few things I've talked about the guideline. And we have already circulated guideline to IWST also. And I think Dr. Chawla was representing from there, and many things we have included. But it's a good if something is not included, we will include. So before to start my speech, let me, I think it's coming.
Yeah, you are audible.
I think this video is not working. Okay, it's fine. So at the outset, let me extend my heartfelt thanks to MP Singh Saab. We had a discussion just a few days back in the Gujarat, and very promptly he organized this particular conferences and series of the interaction and pre-meetings, very comprehensive and very professionally. It was organized, and I have seen the presentation. It's very nicely, it was detailed. And my DG, Kanchan Devi ji from ICFRI, from where we are taking a lot of help in the National Bamboo Mission, and my director from DPIIT, and Ms. Sujata, and another Manoj Kumar Gupta ji, and many more. Those names are not there in the program schedule, but I have seen from the ICFRI, from the different organization, even the private people, those who are working. I think it is a good brainstorming have been completed, and I hope that, and hope and assure you, whatever the best things are there and what you have suggested, we will put in our guideline. But for the information of the house, I think many things we have included, and we have increased the cost also. Like strengthening up existing tissue culture, new component we have added, then setting up in new component, many new component we have integrated in ALSI. So just I was saying the stock improvement, it was not there. We have again added for the production side, but the bamboo charcoal and small and medium, that is actually added, but we have added it under the small one, and beauty and wellness product was not there. Scaling up emerging technology, another one we have given just for the new innovations we have added. I think we can upgrading up again compressed bioenergy extraction, it was not there. Bamboo board mat, we have increased the cost. So many things we have taken care of new guideline, but I think I was saying something is missing, and I will again recirculate it. I think we can recirculate it to the IWST. And otherwise, we can take the presentation from him and we can add it. And you see, my idea was in bamboo when I was discussing with Dr. MP Singh that how to increase, the consumption side. That is more important. And earlier, when it was too theory, basically we were forcing for plantation, more plantation, more plantation. And you see, when I started visiting at different places, I will not take the name of those places, but I'll just tell you, there is a lot of discrepancy in the, verbatim of the people. One side, people are saying that there is bamboo. Other side, people are saying that there is a bamboo, but no takers are there. And another, productivity. That productivity we are talking about, but we need actually, somewhere validated some, plantation. That is more important. We are talking about from 345 ton. There's a large, huge gap is there. How we can go and just plant and see that yes, this is the productivity, and we have to promote under our National Bamboo Mission. That is one of the issue. Second issue is that now bamboo is actually common noun. I was just thinking, and it should give a proper noun with this species. Because we are talking about now after the biomass well, he was thinking that people are asking that. But thanks to Rao sir, he has actually given that bamboo species. Srinivas Raoji just showed me the calorific value of the different species. So we need such type of actually, R&D where is a product specific, need specific recommendations should be given. Like that particular biomass policy, when it is added, I'm telling you, a lot of queries started coming now. So people are saying that yes, now captive plantation can go on. Now NTPC MD is interacting with the people, with the NGOs. Power plants are talking of after this co-firing. Earlier bamboo was not added, but 1 year back on May we approached the this power ministry and we said that you must add the bamboo as in a part of the biomass policy. If you see the total biomass, categorize the biomass, calorific value of bamboo is very high naturally without making the pellets and all. So just I'm telling you. And another one example I will give you for mat people were giving. Recently I was in Kerala Fest. They have showed me the mat. That is one of their species which is very good for the mat making. And they got the GI. They are saying that 1,000. Since why I am just giving you this example, because we need a species specific recommendation for the higher product making. When we are interacting with the Japanese people also, I called first time the Japanese people came in the Kerala Fest and I requested them to go and see how our artisans are working and how your artisans are working, what are the differences there. Then they said that, sir, in your bamboo particularly, what just they gave, now they will submit the report. I asked them to give me the detailed report, but I'm just sharing what they verbatim they just shared me. They were saying that inner part is being used in India, but in the Japan using the outer part, and they have sold their product. So finishing was totally, they were saying that up to that level, that finishing is not coming. So such type of thing, just I'm telling you where R&D is required, and particularly for the National Bamboo Mission. Dr. MP is there. I will share with you, sir. That guideline is under process. We are revising it, and already one of the member from the IWST is there. If anything required, we can add. There is no issue in the national policy, and whatever better you can suggest, that we can add in our this particularly guideline. And our secretary is very flexible, and we are pushing actually this bamboo. If you see, a lot of things are happening as he was talking about. You see, people are writing very, sometimes this list we should not give. Many a time we start talking about the wish list. In the such type of one, we are going such type of, brainstorming, interaction. I'm seeing people are writing the messages also in between. It's like a wish list. We have to give some actionable points. How we can go for the action, that is more important. Like people are talking about the pulp industry. They are talking about, MDF. Ultimately, we have to see where 2 digits, because those who are from the mat, they are just popping up message mat. Some are from the furniture, they are just writing from furniture. Ultimately, we have to see what type of, and agroecological zonation is a very important in the bamboo. I will tell you, in Nandurbar I visited because I used to visit. In Nandurbar, we have seen the species that was not suitable for that area. It was in a dry condition. It was just like a very poor growth. So that is a detrimental to the farmer once it is planted, then knowingly or unknowingly. But if it is planted, the farmers will not come. So particularly production level, that we have to be very careful. And the second thing is very important is that when we are making the production or making the cluster, we are having the time at least 3 years. Can be made not more, but some success story, so that in the success story we can just emulate it. We show the people, yes, this is happening. Like whatever we have presented, can in a mission mode with the messianic zeal, we can go and have a cluster of that, and we can show that it is a replicable model we have to actually generate. And we tried to push in PWD, CPWD, just for the information of house. Recently, I personally contacted by to NID because knockout designs are needed, knockout furnitures are, in the requirement. How to integrate others also. So IIT Mumbai came forward and they started saying that, sir, you give me the project, we will develop some standard species specific. My saying was that if you are talking about bamboo, so the bamboo strength varies with the species. So you can develop a standard for the like a bamboo. You can't develop a standard. Be scientific. You develop a standard with the species specific. Which one, where it is using as a cladding material, whether it is using reinforced material, whether we are going to use in outside, you know, outside as a furniture. What is its longevity? So CPWD and PWD can take only once we are having the well validated research, the data, and then well validated research and data, and in between we can submit it to the BIS because already the BIS is also working. They are coming with the handbook of the BEM. So it is high time we should put our idea there. Yes, if you are coming up, come with the good research so that at least CPWD, PWDs of these states, they can put in their DSR and we can increase the consumption. So ultimately idea is that these crops, again I will tell you, I am from the sugarcane growing area. When the factories used to come, the catchment area emerges there. So bamboo is like that. If entrepreneurs are coming, the catchment area will come. And we have to plan it because the gestation time is at least 3 to 4 years after the plantation. So what intercropping we can do? Number one, which land we have to allocate. And moreover, the marginal and small farmer of the country. When we are going for the taking bamboo as agriculture entity, we have to keep in mind our farmers are marginal and small farm. They are having the priority is to farming, means they have to take the materials, whatever is needed for day-to-day activity, they have to produce it. Accordingly, we have to plan, and that's why the emulization model, I was just thinking, can be, it's a good, we have a patches, we are thinking that, but emulization model is very important. Well, we can have some success story on the Amul model. People can have a plantation in their boundary plantation, somewhere if the land lying, something degraded land is there. So if we are planting there and we can make a collection center. We had a discussion in the Niti also, bamboo market was proposed there. So how to go for, because ultimately the farmer is ready to plant. We have to, yes, market is available and whatever you are doing, because once we are going to give some any enterprise to the farmer, that should be comparable what they are doing. If they are going to get more benefit, definitely they will shift. I'll tell you, 2 days back I met with the Bundelkhand farmer, 4,000 acre tulsi they have planted. They are having the market, that's why they are planting the tulsi. Nobody has gone and told them you go and plant this tulsi plant. That FPO is doing the business of 14 crore rupees. Now it's a very good crop for the Bundelkhand. Other FPOs are going there, meeting there. Same way in the bamboo also, I am interested on the cluster basis. Our company like CFC, we had a discussion with Dr. Singh Saab. At that time, I was telling that why not CFCs? I visited one of the CFC. Old machines were there, not functioning. Lot of changes have done. Modern technologies have come. Can we have some comprehensive plan or advice for the CFCs also to make more functional to them? Something mid-level products they can at least create it, not final product, some final, some mid-level. So those things actually what I visited across the, I thought I must share with you. And once again, I am thanking Dr. MP Singh Sahab and the team, those who have taken up this issue, because for us it is a very informative number. Number two, mostly I have seen in presentation, we can take per se. If any modification will be required, then we will discuss with the IWST. And from my side, guideline is as open, as transparent. It has been discussed, circulated. Even the private people are there. So it is not yet finalized. So it's a very high time you people have given this. Whatever is missed, I will include it. Once again, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to with you and interact with you. And my apologies, I would have been there physically, but the parliament session is going on, and I will definitely come to the institute and see what's happening there and nearby areas, because it's a promise to the director. It is a missing that I am feeling little sorry for. Thank you very much once again.
Sir, in a speech address, he very clearly told the creation of market for bamboo is very much needed to bring out a roadmap for this bamboo-based economic sector need to be developed, thereby contributing towards ecosystem restoration, green, resilient, and inclusive development. Next, we have a presentation on bamboo pulp and paper and fiber by Dr. Manoj Kumar Gupta. It's my pleasure to introduce to you all to Dr. Manoj Kumar Gupta, who is going to talk to us about bamboo pulp and paper. He has almost spent his entire career working in this field of pulping from different sources. He is the director of Center of Paper and Pulp Industries Research Institute from Saranpur.
Thank you.
Welcome you, sir.
Thank you. Good morning to all of you. Here I am discussing about the issues related to the utilization of bamboo in pulp and paper industry. Because there are a number of issues, because bamboo is a good raw material for the paper industry, but it is not utilized. And prior to 20 to 30 years, it was used in the paper industry, but there are certain issues, and those issues were not technically resolved in the good way. That's the reason it has not used in the paper industry. Please put the presentation. Okay. Forward. This forward. Yes. At present in India, we are having more than 125 species of the bamboo. All the species are not suitable for the production of the pulp and paper. Only certain species are suitable for the production of pulp and paper. That we will discuss in this one. And the topic is the issues related to the utilization of bamboo in Indian pulp and paper industry. Yeah. This is the status of Indian paper industry. Indian paper industry is the fourth largest paper industry, fourth largest among global producers, with production of 23.46 million ton in 2020-23. And at present moment, we are using three types of raw materials: wood, agro residue, and recycled fiber. Wood-based production was 4.82 million ton. Agro residue-based production in 2020-23 was 1.47 million ton. And recycled fiber, this is the most growing sector, and 16.97 million ton was produced from the recycled fiber. From this, we can understand at present moment we are producing more than 75% from paper to paper. But here the situation is reversed, because for this production of 16.97 million ton, we need around 20 million tons of the waste paper. But in the Indian market, we are unable to collect our domestic waste paper in a good way. At present, we are recovering just only 50% our own waste paper. So we are depending on the imported waste paper. At present, we are procuring around 8 to 10 million ton imported waste paper. This is a big import surge to the government of India. So we want to reduce it. That's the reason we are developing two centers for the waste paper recycling promotion center are developed by developing CPPRI. We have already developed one center at Delhi and another center we have to develop at Chennai. So in that way, we want to promote the recovery of the waste paper. At present moment, it is 50%, and our target is 65 to 70%, so that our dependency on imported waste paper can be reduced from 8 to 10 million ton to below 5 million ton. That is our target. And industry is producing following major grades of the paper: packaging grade paper, writing and printing paper, newsprint paper, newsprint, and others. At present moment, the packaging grade sector is growing very fast. In the 2020-23, around 75% production was going for the packaging grade of paper. And the share of the writing and printing was just around 19 to 20%, and the newsprint sector just around 2 to 3%, and others is just only 3%. Prior to COVID, the sector, the situation was not like this. Prior to COVID, packaging sector was around 45% and writing printing was around 35 to 40% and newsprint was around 6 to 8%. But now the habit of this newsprinting has gone. The people are not reading newsprint and most of the newsprint which whatever we are producing in the country, it is coming from the imported newsprint in the form of the imported newsprint. Our indigenous, our domestic newsprint industry is not doing well because they are not competing with the, because we are producing from the recycled fiber newsprint and we are getting the mechanical pulp from the newsprint from the abroad, from the Western countries.
Yes.
Next. Next. At present, we are having around 912 pulp and papers in India, and among them 538 in operation. Wood base are 18 and agro base are 21, and the remaining 499 are the recycled fiber base. Total installed capacity of Indian pulp and paper sector is 29.11 million ton, and operational installed capacity is 25.65 million ton, and we have produced around 23 million ton in 2022-23, and at present moment our per capita consumption is around 16 kg and the global sale is 5.57%. Next. Okay. Last 5 years paperboard and newsprint production is shown here. Our production is shown here. It is in 2016-17 it was 16.91 million ton and it increased gradually up to 2020-23 it is 23.46 million ton. Next. This is the export. We are exporting in the 2016-17 we were exporting 1.04 million ton and it has increased from 1.04 to 2.48 million ton. Next. Major issues and challenges in Indian paper sector. Despite a positive demand outlook, there are several barriers to the growth of the paper industry, and some of these issues are raw material constraint, high cost of basic input raw material, energy, water, and chemicals, low economic of scale. In India, we are having the paper industry capacity having around 50 ton per day to 1500 ton per day. In that way, the variation is there. Technological obsolescence is there because small mills are not in position to adopt the basic new technologies, and sticker emission norms and lack of skilled manpower is the major issues with the paper industry. Next. This is the storage of bamboo. Next. In the paper industry, bamboo is still in use in some places, and it is used in this form of stacks. Bamboo piles are there, and they are storing it on a different period of time, and usually 3 to 6 months storage is there. This is the impact of bamboo storage on its chemical composition, and first 1 month, 4 months, 8 months, and 12 months, and the composition is getting changed according to that. This is the fiber dimension of different bamboo species, and we are having, because the bamboo is having the fiber length better than the eucalyptus and the other fibers, but width is slightly lesser than the other fibers, and these are the major species which are used in the paper industry. This is the fiber dimension of bamboo species which are used in the paper industries. Fiber length are shown here, fiber width is shown here, cell wall and lumens and the other things are shown here. Next. No, sir, वो नहीं है. Sir, yeah. So this is the chemical composition of bamboo species used in Indian paper mills, and these are the common name of these bamboos. And as percentage, percent hardwood percentage and the N/N and different properties are shown here. These are the chemical composition of bamboo species which are used in pulp and paper industry. Next. These are the result of pulping optimization and black liquor analysis of bamboo, eucalyptus, and casurina. We have compared bamboo with the eucalyptus and casurina, and the characteristics are shown here. Cooking conditions are 18%, 20%, 22%, so applied as Na2O, and in eucalyptus it is 16, 18, and 20, and for casurina it is 20, 22, and 23%, and total yield is almost same in that all places, 49.5% to 40. Slightly yield is better in case of bamboo in comparison to the casurina, and rejects is 0.05%, and the kappa number of the pulp, that is the basic property of the any pulp, That is around 19 in the case of the first case. In second case, it is 15.4 when we charge the chemical 20%. In case when we charge 22% chemical, then the kappa number is 12.8. And residual active alkali as Na2 is shown here. These are the various bleaching sequences followed by CPPRI. Most common bleaching sequence earlier used by the CEH and the partial replacement of the chlorine with carbon dioxide, that is the called C/DEH, and oxygen delignification. After that, we can have CEH and oxygen and partially replacement of chlorine. Yeah. This is the impact of bleaching sequence. Yeah. Oxygen followed by chlorine dioxide up to substitution up to certain extent, and DED. And the most modern bleaching sequence is the oxygen lignification followed by D0EPD. This is the modern bleaching sequences. And with these bleaching sequences, we can get same brightness level as we are getting with the eucalyptus, casuarina, and poplar and other species. So from technological point of view, bamboo is very good raw material for the making the pulp, but only the associated problems are in the form of the silica, because bamboo contains silica in good amount. This is the impact of bleaching sequence on the brightness. In CH bleaching, we are getting around 99.6% brightness. In case of ODED bleaching sequence, we are getting the brightness 86.3 and 83.7 brightness in terms of ISO. Next. नेक्स्ट उधर से लगा दीजिए, वहीं से कर दीजिए, प्रेस कर. These are the observation of bleaching response of bamboo. Bleaching of bamboo with conversion CS sequence is difficult to bleach above 80% ISO brightness. Oxygen treatment of bamboo pulp reduce unbleached pulp kappa number substantially, and thereby the demand of the bleach chemical can be reduced. And partial substitution of chlorine with chlorine dioxide and its use in replacement of hypo in final state results in substantial gain in the brightness more than 85%. And effluent load also reduced with the reduction in the chlorine and hypo during the bleaching operation. Next. This is the dissolving grade pulp from the bamboo. We can produce the rayon grade pulp also from the bamboo, and this is the technique developed by CPPRI. And here the required conditions are given there. Bamboo alpha cellulose content is 94.6%. That is the main criteria, because in case of the rayon grade pulping, we need only 100% alpha cellulose. So in case of bamboo, we got around 94.6% alpha cellulose, and 1.5% is the hemicellulose. Solubility in the S10, S18, and various properties are given here, and instinct profile, resin, and fatty acid, various properties are shown here. Kappa number is less than 2, and the copper number is less than 0.6, which is the requirement, and we are meeting all those requirements. Next. This is the desilication of the black liquor. The biggest bottleneck in the use of bamboo in paper industry is the silica content. So CPPRI have developed desilication technology for the black liquor desilication, and we have demonstrated at full scale at Hindustan Newsprint Limited before 30 years. But HNL have stopped the use of bamboo. That's the reason the industry has not got confidence on the desilication of the black liquor in case of bamboo, because we have demonstrated and we got very good result, and the patent is available with the CPPRI. And in the same way, we have demonstrated desilication of rice straw black liquor in Andhra Pradesh paper mill. Andhra Pradesh paper mill was having 2 units. One is the APPM, and another one is the Kadiyam unit. And we have demonstrated in full scale, but they have stopped using of the rice straw in their pulp mill. And that's the reason we are unable to get the confidence of the industry on desilication of this. But this is a proven technology by which can reduce the silica content in the black liquor. And the black liquor, because if the silica is there, that silica is getting deposited in your evaporator system. And multiple effect evaporator liquid is getting deposited, and that's the reason the efficiency of the multiple effect evaporator is not coming. This is the system shown there. Next. These are the concluding. Bamboo has its own paper making potential, which can hardly be substituted by other raw material in India. Immature bamboo pulping results in lower pulp yield. Lower bulk density of immature bamboo causes loss in throughput, and the production goes down. Next. Bleaching of bamboo with conventional CS solution is difficult, but by the use of the oxygen lignification followed by DED bleaching sequence, we can get the same bright level as we are getting with the eucalyptus and casuarina. Bleaching of bamboo where partial substitution of chlorine with chlorine dioxide, then it can be also used to get the brightness up to more than 85%. Next. These are the bamboos in the field, and with this I thank to all, and I am thankful to Singh Saab to inviting me for presenting this lecture. Now the part of this presentation is given by on use of the bamboo for the MSME sector is delivered by Dr. Preeti Lal.
We have a continued presentation on paper and pulp industries by Dr. Preeti Shri Harilal. She is a senior scientist from Central Paper and Pulp Research Institute, Sir. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Mamta. Good morning to all. So as you have seen the presentation of Dr. M.K. Gupta, where he addressed the various issues related to the raw material, right from the storage to pulping, then bleaching, and finally the product quality. So bamboo is well-known raw material for Indian pulp and paper industry. And when earlier at the time in 80s and 90s, it used to be mixed with the raw material furnish in the ratio of wood along with wood in the ratio of 80 to 20. And with the pace of time after flowering of bamboo, when bamboo is stopped in the paper industry, then industry depends on softwood, procurement of softwood from developed countries, and they are importing the softwood. So if bamboo start again using in Indian paper industry, and many of the mills they have started using again, so the import of softwood can be reduced by mixing or furnishing the raw material with the bamboo, long fiber bamboo. So bamboo is the only one raw material which is considered long fiber or as a replacement of the softwood. So since there is no question of merits associated with the bamboo as a raw material for paper making, and large paper mills based on the wood-based mill, basically, they have that same texture, same kind of structure, and obviously you have seen that hollow cellulose content, which is the most prime factor for using the bamboo, is the highest in case of bamboo, even better than the hardwoods. So there is no doubt in using the bamboo in a mixture of in a paper industry along with the hardwood in the same process condition. There is no doubt. The problem associated with the raw material procurement, then storage, and then pulping strategy, those are one-to-one actually. We cannot generalize those things. And if you consider the use of bamboo, it is in millions of tons. It's not a small amount in large paper industry. So the biggest factor to use bamboo for my paper industry is the cost of the raw material at mill door step. So even if a 1 or 2 rupees reduction in the per kg or few hundreds in per ton basis, mill started using bamboo despite the issues related the other things. Earlier was the time that bamboo was mixed with the raw material in the furnish 50 to 50 hardwood and 50 bamboo. But now it is reduced because of the issues related to the lime reburning. That is the recovery related issue. So those are the things which are related to the large paper industry. I am focusing the use of bamboo in MSME sector. How we can go for a small paper industry or medium-sized paper industry, paper or board, or only pulp-based industry using bamboo. So my presentation is focused on that only. Next. So these are the problem associated with the bamboo. Cost is the major issue when we use bamboo, and the merits, we know that it is highest in cellulose, and the composition wise it facilitates the similar process condition as of wood and can be adopted by the industry. Next. And if we consider the economy or a general view, that most of the bamboo pulp that is producing by the for packaging and the molded crockery, and that is by the China. China is the leader in producing the bamboo pulp, and they are exporting the bamboo in any amount. And there is takers also in developed countries like US. They are sending the pulp, and the similar market can be developed in India also. the same market. And that is the reason that we have to collectively make effort for utilization of bamboo. And before that, the bottlenecks of putting the large unit based on the exclusively on bamboo, I'm focusing on how to go with the bamboo with smaller units, so that we can minimize, we can explore the other uses, molded fiber based products, and the those are FMCG product, and they are huge in demand, and especially after the ban on a single use plastic for serving the food items. And food packaging is the area where we require the virgin pulp only. So there is a growing market there, and which is growing at the rate of 12 to 13%. So we can use bamboo in that sector through the MSME route. That is my focus. Next. So I'm giving you the case study where we have carried out the experiments for converting the bamboo through the mechanical or chemi-mechanical pulping route. CTMP is a technology which is does not have the bottlenecks of silica, because most of the silica goes with the pulp itself, and there is no the limitation of size is also not there. So next. So we are promoting this technology, chemi-thermomechanical technology, where we have to prepare the raw material. We have to develop the protocol in reference to bamboo, that our raw material, the chip size, because in the chemi-thermomechanical technology, we give the thermal treatment, chemical treatment before the refining. Refining is the main area where we convert the raw material into pulp, and before that we have to treat the raw material so that it gets back. Previous. Yes. Yeah. Next. So we have to take care of those things, and energy demand is a high in case of raw material preparation, the chipping, that is the chipping. And similarly, in case of when we turn into pulp also, we have to require a lot of energy. So bamboo has typical problems. There are dust generation there if the chippers are not competitive, and there is a problem with the slivers also. So those things we have to address in case of the protocol to develop this bamboo for CTMP technology. And it is not a different technology. Earlier, the NEPA paper mill used to produce CMPs, chemi-mechanical pulp, for newsprint. The similar technology we have modified marginally, and we are producing pulp at laboratory and pilot scale for making the molded fiber grade products, as well as the other packaging board also, and especially for food packaging. Next. 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 So this is basics of the fiber pre-treatment stage, the technology we are promoting for chemi-thermomechanical pulping. It is a well-known technology. And as you know that in particle board MDF, we have to shorten the material, raw material to mix with the resin. But the marginal treatment with the chemical, that it may be as low as 2% to 10%, depending on your end product quality. And that help in swelling of the fiber and development the fiber properties, which is basically required to in case of when we go for pulp making, there's certain fiber properties are to be developed, the bonding should be developed, and that is obtained after the chemical pre-treatment. So we are promoting the pre-treatment stage, that we provide the temperature and the chemical treatment to swell the fiber, and then to go for mechanical treatment. Next. Next. Yes. Yeah, previous. So this is actually the previous. Go back. Yes. So we have carried out both semi-chemical and chemi-thermomechanical pulping, and this is actually the you can compare with the handmade units. They are using pre-treatment and followed by either beater or disc refiner for converting to pulp, and the basic machinery cost, we have calculated for a plant size of 5 ton per day. That comes 150 lakhs, that is 1.5 lakhs. And the excluded are the electric and other things we have excluded. Only the basic machinery that comes into in range of 150 to 200 lakhs, that is 2 crores. The dyes are not included here. It is only for pulp plant, only pulp plant. Next. And then this is the process, about the process we have carried out, and the pulp cost. If we consider here through different route, that is the low soda pulping, then low NSSC pulping, high soda pulping, and high NSSC. Here we have different end product range, and that decided the process condition. So low soda, that is low chemical, 2 to 4%, that is the soda range. And if we consider some urea and potassium hydroxide combination, then we can make effluent properties better for irrigation purpose after the treatment. So that is the 4 cases, 4 process condition we have explored, and accordingly the cost of the product of the pulp what we are getting, and you can see that 18,000 per ton to 27,000 per ton. The sack kraft paper for board for making the carry bags and grocery item, that has a higher cost. And if you compare with the market pulp, imported pulp, the cost is roughly half of that. So that is the prospects. And in case of table where we have to then again go for barrier treatment, barrier coating, and the in some cases mixed with the other fiber also. So including that we have the cost roughly 37,000 per ton. And if you consider the market, the pulp available in the market, that is around 70,000 per ton, 70 rupees kg. So in our process, we are producing even sometime in less than half also the pulp. That is ready to use, and for making the tablewares or paper crockery. That is next. So this is a flow diagram of the process. We are going for the procurement of the material, and then raw material preparation, and cleaning, and then treatment, followed by washing of the pulp, and then we have to refine the target freeness level. That is our deciding factor where we have to go for, and followed by screening, and then storage of the pulp, and that can be converted into various end product. And the washing of the pulp, that you have to go for effluent treatment plant before the discharge from the mill, and to meet out the parameters, the norms of the various regulatory parameters. And another route is that if we are going for higher percentage semi-chemical grade, then we can also produce the lignosulfonate, which we are also importing from the China, and those lignosulfonate are used in tile industry. So that is another line of the byproduct utilization which we can use. Next. So these are the common applications out of the pulp we can produce. That is, I already told you, the cups, bowls, plates, egg trays, planters, and the cup holders also, various molded fiber, not only for food packaging, also for electronic goods. And you may have seen that earlier thermocol was used there for packaging item. That all those can be replaced by the cellulose based pulp based pulp molded item. Next.
वो अट्रैक्ट नहीं होते, छोटी छोटी
Next.
चीजों की अटेंशन होती है, वो नहीं दे रहे।
रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी अच्छे से
Next.
कर रहे हैं बट रोमांस नहीं है।
इस कंडीशन में मैं आपको करके
These are the picture of the plastic wares, and as well as your cellulosic product, and bamboo pulp can be used there, CTMP pulp. Next. Next. In building this agri bricks also can be prepared from bamboo pulp. And this is the summary of the outcome. We have a stakeholders meeting on 29th of January that day. So there was a good suggestion from various sectors, and outcome of those points I have summarized there. And the very first suggestion was for the development of the species which has high silica, low silica, low lignin, and longer fiber length. So that is the area which is highly in demand to genetically proven species for plantation of bamboo. So that can help in Indian paper industry as a long fiber supplement with lesser silica. Those varieties need to be identified. And then another was the government support in logistic related issues to develop the supply chain, so that the at mill doorstep we have a low cost of the bamboo, with compatible that of the wood actually, or lower than the wood. And there R&D requirement for addressing the limestone burning, I mean that is silica problem in black liquor. And very good suggestion Dr. Jain has provided, that the lime which contains silica can be supplied to a cement plant. So if nearby cement plant they are ready to take the plant, and that issue is can be addressed there. And the support of government to MSME who are willing to utilize the bamboo from 1 to 2 ton per day capacity for making semi-chemical or CTMP. That is our area. So we are support to such entrepreneurs or units for making CTMP grade pulp or semi-chemical grade pulp. And the environmental impact related issue related to bamboo in existing fiber line or through MSME route required to be addressed one-to-one basis. And the current legislation of installation of pulp and paper mill minimum 90 to 100 TPD, because of the unless you don't have the plant size 100 TPD, the recovery is not viable. And when you go for 100% bamboo based plant, then silica will obviously be a problem. So that require a huge investment. And considering those factors, I personally promote the utilization of bamboo for making pulp through MSME route. So that is my final submission. Thank you.
Sir, whenever we are talking about the paper industry, we always thinking about the writing and printing paper, but the time of the writing printing paper is going. Now the packaging is growing, and for packaging, we can produce the BCTMP pulp in good amount from the bamboo. We can produce the rayon grade pulp from the bamboo. So there is the opportunity to produce the pulp and develop the market for the pulp to making the paper as well as the other products. So we have to focus on those things, because the earlier the segment writing printing was 40%. Now it has been reduced to 20%, and we are expecting in the next 3 years it will be reduced to 15%. And the packaging sector prior to COVID in 2020, it was just only 40-45%. Now it is around 70-75%, and we are expecting it will grow furthermore 80 to 85%. So for the packaging, we need the board, and board can be produced by the BCTMP technology. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. I thank Dr. Manoj Kumar Gupta, an enthusiastic presenter here. Thank you, sir, for your wonderful presentation. And Ms. Preeti here, who has clearly put a lot of work into their slides. Overall insight of Indian paper industry's issues and challenges with respect to bamboo, the strategy to be adopted as they have stressed the models followed by China. Next, we have an address. Departments for Commission of Industry, Sanitation and Trade, Ministry of Commerce. Shri Mohammed Ali, sir.
Yeah. Very good
Thank you,
morning.
sir.
Thank you very much. Very good morning to all of you. Thank you for giving the
Sir, बोल दे थोड़ा।
या थैंक यू। आप अपना वीडियो ऑन कर लेंगे तो हम लोग देख भी पाएंगे आपको, नहीं तो आपके यहाँ आना पड़ेगा आपको देखने।
नहीं देखिए सब।
हाँ, थैंक यू।
Thank you very much, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. Good morning.
इनको
On
सेंटर
behalf
में
of the
कर दीजिए।
DPIT, I would like to thank you, IWST, for organizing this very big workshop for improving the manufacturing of bamboo products to advance the bamboo sectors in India. That's I think, as per the Honorable Prime Minister, Sri Narendra Modi has highlighted already to promote the bamboo-based product sectors. And in this regard, the government of India has already taken various initiatives. There has been an increase in the demand for the bamboo products in a wide range of sectors as construction, furniture, papers, handicraft, bicycles, jewelry, etc. So there is a lot of the scope to come up the industry with the big infrastructure and to make the promotion with the bamboo-based products. Key reforms for improving the manufacturing of bamboo-based products has been taken by the government of various ministries like National Bamboo Mission by Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. Another scheme that benefits under Prime Minister Employment Generation Program by Ministry of MSME. Bamboo clusters, several bamboo clusters has been already been developed. Cluster under the Spurti scheme. Now that increase in import duty also has been made by the government of India to boost up the bamboo-based industries, and import policy of the agarbatti, that it has been kept in the restricted from free to restricted to increase Indian industries manufacturing facilities to boost up that in this scope. Now there is a lot of the scope that by industries they may come up with the good suggestions, and any help required from the DPIT or government of India, we are most welcome to help as production procedure rules, whatever we can do that will. But there is a lot of the scope. Just we visited the European country last week, and we observed that a lot of the restaurants, they have kept the bamboo-based furnitures, that is chair and dining tables. It was very amazing to see that in European country already they have adopted bamboo-based products. So why India has also the scope, lot of the scope to come up with these ideas, and I request all industries to come up the suggestions and lot of the idea to promote the bamboo-based industry. With that, I would again thank you and congrats to the IWST to have the big workshop for boosting the bamboo-based industry. Thank you very much.
या थैंक यू इसरा साहब, थोड़ा सा और प्रकाश डालिए कि जो पीएलआई है बाकी सब सेक्टर में हुआ है, वो पीएलआई का हम लोगों ने कंसेप्ट दिया, उस पर कुछ कमेंट कीजिए कि क्या चलेगा, हो सकता है डुएबल है, नहीं डुएबल है, या किस रूप में होगा। हम लोग को थोड़ा बहुत समझ में आया जितना इनपुट मिला, लेकिन आप तो उसके एक्सपर्ट हैं, आप जरा बताइए इस पर थोड़ा सा प्रकाश डालिए।
पीएलआई के बारे में मैं इतना जरूर बता दूं कि अभी गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया जो कि ये सोच रही है कि पीएलआई डेफिनेटली इट कैन बी रिव्यूड फॉर द फ्यूचर सेक्टर्स, बट एट प्रेजेंट गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया दैट आवर मिनिस्ट्री इज थिंकिंग दैट कि इंडस्ट्री हैज टू कम अप विद द सजेशंस दैट कि रियली जस्ट जैसे कि सर प्रभात सर ने बताया कि तुलसी plantation has been made by the farmers with so much acres. So why other industry cannot come with that industry? So only PLI is not going to help the industry. Industry has to come up with the ideas, with their views, and so that other reforms can be made by the government of India. Not only the PLI, only so at present PLI is not on the table for the bamboo based, but think over that one.
ओके, एक्चुअल में जो चैलेंजेज है हम लोग को इस सेक्टर में कि इंडस्ट्री जो है वो उसको हम लोग उंगली पर गिन सकते हैं, इतनी कम इंडस्ट्री है। सो दैट इज द चैलेंज। न्यू एरिया में इंडिया में इंडस्ट्री आती नहीं है, आप भी जानते हैं। उसमें जब तक कि कुछ इंसेंटिव नहीं दिया जाए, उसको बुलाया नहीं जाए और उनको थोड़ा सा ब्राइटर एस्पेक्ट दिखाने से ही आएंगे। अदरवाइज जो अभी आए हैं वो तो थोड़े वो भी बहुत पॉजिटिव नहीं बोलते हैं कि उनको बहुत प्रॉफिट हो रहा है, तो नए प्लेयर आते नहीं है इसमें। तो ये भी एक बहुत बड़ा हम इशू देख पा रहे हैं कि नया इंडस्ट्री नहीं आ रही है। अभी कोई भी इंडस्ट्री बैम्बू प्रोडक्ट्स में अभी आने के लिए नहीं हो रही है, ये सबसे बड़ा चैलेंज है। हम लोग हमेशा चाइना से कंपैरिजन करते हैं और सभी लोग बोलते हैं कि हम कहीं भी चाइना का 1% भी नहीं है। तो ये बात सारे लोग गवर्नमेंट में, सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट में सभी लोग इस लिए चिंतित है। तो भी इसीलिए हम लोगों ने ये इस वर्कशॉप को रखा है टू अंडरस्टैंड कि कैसे इसको इंडस्ट्री को हम लोग इंसेंटिव दे, कैसे बुलाया जाए इसमें, ताकि नए इंडस्ट्री ज्वाइन करे इस सेक्टर को।
नहीं, बिल्कुल सही। इस स्टेक होल्डर से ही इंडस्ट्री को समझाया जा सकता है, बताया जा सकता है, इंडस्ट्री को भी समझ में आएगा। रिलेटेड अदर रिलेटेड इशू जो भी पॉलिसीज है ऑफ इंडिया ले रही है, और रिगार्डिंग PLI वी कैन थिंक ओवर दैट वन। नाउ वी आर नॉट एट प्रेजेंट दैट वी हैव मेड एनीथिंग, बट इंडस्ट्री के ऊपर अभी फोकस किया जा रहा है कि इंडस्ट्री से मैक्सिमम स्टेक होल्डर्स किया जाए, उनको बताया जाए, और जो दूसरे नॉन PLI से संबंधित जो भी गवर्नमेंट की पॉलिसी है उसके ऊपर गवर्नमेंट में काम भी कर रहा है और उसको पॉलिसी भी करी, जैसे कि इम्पोर्ट पॉलिसी ऑफ अगरबत्ती जो कि फ्री से रिस्ट्रिक्ट किया गया टू बूस्ट द इंडियन इंडस्ट्रीज इन दिस रिगार्ड। तो इम्पोर्ट को कम किया गया। इम्पोर्ट को तो जब अपनी इंडस्ट्रीज को भी सोचना पड़ेगा कि हमको भी कुछ आगे बढ़ करके आना है गवर्नमेंट के साथ में। सिर्फ गवर्नमेंट ही हमेशा सब्सिडी सारी देती रहे, गवर्नमेंट ने बहुत सब्सिडी दी है, so many action has been taken by the government. Again further it is ongoing process, it will be done, but the industry has to also come up with from their own how to grow to compete with the other countries like China and others.
Thank you for your inputs.
Thank you, sir.